वेलकम बैक नाज़रीन। बुलेटिन का बाकायदा आगाज़ करेंगे और सबसे पहले आपको बताएं कि बलूचिस्तान में सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेज ने ऑपरेशन के दौरान 10 दहशतगर्दों को हलाक कर दिया, जबकि 2 खातून खुदकुश हमला आवर गिरफ्तार कर ली गई हैं। पाक फौज के शोबा ताल्लुकात आमा की जानिब से जारी बयान के मुताबिक भारतीय सरपरस्ती में काम करने वाले फितनाल हिंदुस्तान और फितनाल खारिज के दहशतगर्द नेटवर्क के खिलाफ सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेज की कार्रवाइयाँ बिलातातुल जारी हैं, जिनके तहत बलूचिस्तान के मुख्तलिफ इलाकों में मुश्तरका ऑपरेशन किए जा रहे हैं। ISPR के मुताबिक गुज़िश्ता 48 घंटों के दौरान जिला सोराब और जिला मस्तोंग में मुतअद्दिद इंटेलिजेंस बेस्ड एरिया सैनिटाइजेशन और टारगेटेड ऑपरेशन किए गए हैं, जिनमें मजमूई तौर पर 10 दहशतगर्दों को जहन्नुम वासिल कर दिया गया है। बयान के मुताबिक जिला सोराब में सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेज ने दहशतगर्दों के ठिकानों को मुअस्सर अंदाज में निशाना बनाया है, जिसमें 7 दहशतगर्द मारे गए। इसी तरह जिला मस्तोंग में भी कार्रवाई के दौरान 3 दहशतगर्द हलाक किए गए हैं, जबकि भारतीय सरपरस्ती में काम करने वाले फितनाल हिंदुस्तान से ताल्लुक रखने वाली 2 खातून खुदकुश हमला आवर्स और उनके एक सहूलतकार को भी गिरफ्तार कर लिया गया है। ISPR ने कहा है कि कार्रवाइयों के दौरान दहशतगर्दों के कब्जे से असलहा, गोला बारूद और देसी साख्ता धमाका खेज मवाद भी बरामद किया गया है। इसी हवाले से मज़ीद तफसीलात जानते हैं नुमाइंदा इस्लामाबाद राना जामीन हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं। जी राना जामीन, बताइएगा मज़ीद क्या तफसीलात हैं इस ऑपरेशन की।
जी बिल्कुल, बलूचिस्तान में सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेज ने ऑपरेशन के दौरान 10 दहशतगर्दों को हलाक कर दिया है, जबकि 2 खातून खुद का हमला आवर और गिरफ्तार कर ली गई हैं। पाक फौज के शोबा तलकात आमा की जानब से जारी बयान के मुताबिक भारतीय सरपरस्ती में काम करने वाले फितनाल हिंदुस्तान और फितनाल खारिज के दहशतगर्द नेटवर्क के खिलाफ सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेज की कार्रवाई बिलातसल जारी है, जिनके तहत बलूचिस्तान के मुख्तलिफ इलाकों में मुश्तरका ऑपरेशन किए जा रहे हैं। ISPR के मुताबिक गुज़श्ता 48 घंटों के दौरान जिला सोराब और जिला मस्तोंग में मुतअद्दिद इंटेलिजेंस बेस्ड एरिया सैनिटाइजेशन और टारगेटेड ऑपरेशन किए गए, जिनमें मजमूई तौर पर 10 दहशतगर्दों को जहन्नुम वासिल किया गया। बयान के मुताबिक जिला सोराब में सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेज ने दहशतगर्दों के ठिकानों को मौसर अंदाज में निशाना बनाया, जिसमें 7 दहशतगर्द मारे गए। इसी तरह जिला मस्तोंग में कार्रवाई के दौरान 3 दहशतगर्द हलाक किए गए, जबकि भारतीय सरपरस्ती में काम करने वाले फितनाल हिंदुस्तान से तल्लुक रखने वाले 2 खातून खुद का हमला आवरों और इनके एक सहूलतकार को गिरफ्तार कर लिया गया। ISPR ने कहा है कि कार्रवाइयों के दौरान दहशतगर्दों के कब्जे से असला और गोला बारूद और देसी साख्ता धमाका खेज मवाद भी बरामद किया गया है। भारतीय सरपरस्ती में काम करने वाले दहशतगर्दों की मौजूदगी के खात्मे के लिए सैनिटाइजेशन ऑपरेशन जारी है। जी
ठीक है, बहुत शुक्रिया राना जामीन, आप हमें तफसीलात बता रहे थे। बुलेटिन में कुछ बात करेंगे मौसम की। तो नाज़रीन, लाहौर के मुख्तलिफ इलाकों में मानसून की बारिश से मौसम खुशगवार हो गया, जबकि वासा के मुताबिक शहर में औसतन 6.4 मिलीमीटर बारिश रिकॉर्ड की गई है। आदाद शुमार के मुताबिक शादीपुरा में सबसे ज़्यादा 19 मिलीमीटर बारिश रिकॉर्ड हुई, जबकि मुगलपुरा में 17.2, मनावा में 16, हडियारा में 15, लक्ष्मी चौक में 11, चौक नाखुदा में 10.4, ताजपुरा में 7, जोहर टाउन में 7 और पानी वाला तालाब में 7.2 मिलीमीटर बारिश रिकॉर्ड हुई। दीगर इलाकों में जेल रोड पर 5.5, गुलबर्ग में 4, इकबाल टाउन में 1, गुलशन रावी में 2.8, फरुखाबाद, सगियां और समनाबाद में भी बारिश हुई। बारिश के बायस मौसम में खुशगवार तब्दीली आई है, जबकि मुतल्लिका इदारे नशेब इलाकों की सूरत हाल और निकासियाब के इंतजाम की निगरानी कर रहे हैं। अब आपको बराह रास्त लिए चलेंगे इस्लामाबाद, जहां पर इंडस्ट्रास एक्सपो की तकरीब जारी है।
Ladies and gentlemen, today's expo will showcase technologies shaping the next generation of economic growth, industrial transformation, national resilience, and of course, technological leadership. To formally welcome all of you to this prestigious event, I would now like to call upon the Federal Minister, Information Technology and Telecommunication, Muhtarma Shaza Fatma Khaja, who has made this happen today.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Honorable Prime Minister of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Muhammad Shehbaz Sharif Sahab, Chief of Army Staff and Chief of Defence Forces, Field Marshal Syed Asim Munir Sahab, distinguished ministers, members of the armed forces, excellencies, industry leaders, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. It is my honor to welcome you today at the Indus RAS Expo 2026, Pakistan's national robotics and automation event that we've started this year, but it is only the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're standing at an inflection point. It is a decisive moment. As we move from digital era into an intelligent era, artificial intelligence itself is moving into the physical world. It is becoming the foundational building block of every single value creation. Robots today are moving from factories to warehouses, farms, roads, critical infrastructure, disaster areas, and all the way to national security arenas. Countries that lead these technologies will define the future economy. Countries that remain mere consumers will always remain dependent. Pakistan has chosen to lead. Today, I stand before you with a clear promise. Pakistan will own full value chains of robotics and artificial intelligence, because advanced technological self-reliance is a national decision, and today we are ready to make that. But what gives me this confidence? It is my leadership. Under the visionary premiership of Honorable Prime Minister Muhammad Shehbaz Sharif, the government has embraced clear direction of digital nation Pakistan. A Pakistan where technology is not simply another lever of economy, but is an actual engine of productivity, employment, and national competitiveness. This vision recognizes that digital transformation is no longer optional. It is the foundational building block of sustained economic growth. Only yesterday, you must all have seen that Prime Minister has launched his AI-enabled, evidence-led Prime Minister's Office system, which is going to completely transform how the country is governed hereon. Furthermore, our Chief of Defence Forces has led the transformation of the whole military from a purely kinetic warfare machine into a very robust cyber-centric arm. Ladies and gentlemen, as the Ministry of IT and Telecom, we stand for the execution of these visions. We invest in digital infrastructure, innovation ecosystems, entrepreneurship, digital skills, and emerging technologies. We are creating an environment where innovators can build, where startups can scale, where our investors can grow, where young Pakistanis can compete globally, and most of all, where government will be the ultimate enabler. And the results are already visible. The export numbers tell you that this year, the ICT exports grew by almost 21%. This is a testament to the resilience of our industry and our policies. It's not just our local numbers. Let me just quote a few international ranking statistics that have recently come out. Pakistan today ranks in top-tier countries of the cybersecurity as per the ITU ranking. We've moved 14 ranks up in the e-governance development index, and we've moved 27 ranks up this year in ITU's ICT development index. But ladies and gentlemen, today's gathering calls for a more specific accounting, because as artificial intelligence has become Gentlemen, but our ambition must be rooted in reality, and we must move beyond automation towards transformation. In order to match our ambitions, we must proceed with a structured approach. Where technology is not simply another lever of economy, but is an actual engine of productivity, employment, and national competitiveness. This vision recognizes that digital transformation is no longer optional. It is the foundational building block of sustained economic growth. Only yesterday, you must all have seen that Prime Minister has launched his AI-enabled, evidence-led Prime Minister's Office system, which is going to completely transform how the country is governed here on. Furthermore, our Chief of Defense Forces has led the transformation of the whole military from a purely kinetic warfare machine into a very robust cyber-centric arm. Ladies and gentlemen, as the Ministry of IT and Telecom, we stand for the execution of these visions. We invest in digital infrastructure, innovation ecosystems, entrepreneurship, digital skills, and emerging technologies. We are creating an environment where innovators can build, where startups can scale, where our investors can grow, where young Pakistanis can compete globally, and most of all, where government will be the ultimate enabler. And the results are already visible. The export numbers tell you that this year, the ICT exports grew by almost 21%. This is a testament to the resilience of our industry and our policies. It's not just our local numbers. Let me just quote a few international ranking statistics that have recently come out. Pakistan today ranks in top-tier countries of the cybersecurity as per the ITU ranking. We've moved 14 ranks up in the e-governance development index, and we've moved 27 ranks up this year in ITU's ICT development index. But ladies and gentlemen, today's gathering calls for a more specific accounting because as artificial intelligence has become the defining technology of our generation, with robotics as the physical arm, the question is that Pakistan, it's not just simply about whether Pakistan will use these technologies. The question is, will Pakistan own them? And in that, to have indigenous capabilities, to have talent that will shape our future and safeguard our sovereignty, it is absolutely critical that we act now. Because sovereignty today is increasingly measured not only by how we defend our territorial boundaries, but by the ownership and the technological command that nations have. Just last year, we saw that command. We saw the command on not just conventional warfare, but technological warfare in Markai-Haq, led by the Honorable Prime Minister and valiantly led by the Chief of Defense Forces, Field Marshal Syed Asim Munir. Markai-Haq was a demonstration of not only our conventional warfare capabilities, but an epitome of cyber and autonomous systems that showed their capability at their best. Today, our defense capability, along with our industrial leaders sitting here, are leading digital innovation. These wins and much more are what gives me confidence to stand before you today as your minister, as a team member of Honorable Prime Minister, to assure you that we are second to none. Ladies and gentlemen, but our ambition must be rooted in reality, and we must move beyond automation but towards transformation. In order to match our ambitions, we must proceed with a structured approach. Our ministry, under the direct leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, has formed a structural approach, and we're building disciplined national programs built on 4 core pillars. First and foremost, our people. Our youth, our strongest asset that Pakistan has. Today, we are building complete talent pipelines. Honorable Prime Minister leads productive employment meetings at least once a month, and where we've trained over close to 1 million young people this year, from low-tech skills all the way up to semiconductor and chip designing trainings. My second preference and core pillar is the real-world test beds. Robots become valuable when they get out of the factories and come in the field. We must create more centers of excellence that we're working on, but our robotics autonomous systems must be tested in real situations. We have to, and our public sector must become the first buyers and the intelligent buyers and provide those challenges that our private sector can solve for us. Third, infrastructure and compute. I'm sure every single one of us knows that how critical data sovereignty has become today. Artificial intelligence requires data, connectivity, computing power, and secure infrastructure, while robotics requires sensors, edge computing, communications, control systems, and reliable power. So we must invest in the full stack. This is a layered cake, and we're ensuring through our National AI Policy and National AI Initiative that the Cabinet passed last year that we address each and every one of these layers. Fourth and last is industry and investment. Our universities, our factories, startups, investors, public sector, we must act in unison. This must happen in cadence, and it must happen like clockwork. We need financing mechanism for deep technologies which suck in the larger pool of risk capital. Procurement pathways need to be made for startups, shared fabrication facilities and partnership between Pakistani companies and leading international firms, but with guaranteed transfer of technology. When advanced technologies are rewriting every single rule that is written, undoing every reality created, and giving nations once in a generation chance to leapfrog decades in years. This is a chance we cannot miss. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we need. Pakistan, Paindabad.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am now honored to present the official opening film of the Indus Ras Expo 2026.
More than 5,000 years ago, along the banks of the mighty Indus River, one of humanity's greatest civilizations flourished. A civilization built on innovation, engineering, precision, and urban planning. Long before much of the world embraced organized cities, the people of this land were designing sophisticated infrastructure, advancing craftsmanship, and proving that great civilizations are built through knowledge, ingenuity, and vision. Innovation has always been part of Pakistan's story. Today, the world stands at the threshold of another defining era, an era where robotics, autonomous systems, and artificial intelligence are transforming how nations manufacture, cultivate, heal, protect, and connect, reshaping industries, strengthening economies, and redefining the future of global competitiveness. The question is no longer whether this transformation will happen. The question is how fast we can do it. Pakistan's greatest strengths have always been its resources, and above all, its people. A new generation of engineers, researchers, entrepreneurs, and innovators is developing technologies that solve real-world challenges, create new opportunities, and drive national progress. Across our universities, research centers, startups, and industries, innovation is accelerating. With collaboration, investment, and vision, Pakistan has the potential to become a regional participant in robotics and autonomous systems. This is where that vision comes to life. Under the Ministry of Information Technology and Telecommunication, Indus Ras Expo 2026, organized by Ignite National Technology Fund, in collaboration with the National Center of Robotics and Automation. The Expo brings together government, academia, industry, defense organizations, startups, investors, and innovators on one national platform, where ideas become partnerships, research becomes innovation, innovation becomes enterprise, and technology becomes national capability. Over 2 inspiring days, experience groundbreaking technologies, live demonstrations, innovation competitions, expert discussions, and immersive digital experiences. From the RAS Innovation Challenge to the Robo Wars competition, From thought-provoking plenary sessions to strategic networking and cutting-edge exhibitions, the Expo celebrates the ingenuity of our people while inspiring the next generation of scientists, engineers, and entrepreneurs. This is where talent meets opportunity, innovation meets investment, and collaboration shapes the future. From the ingenuity of the Indus Valley to the intelligence of autonomous systems, Pakistan's journey of innovation continues. Together, we are building technologies that will empower our people, strengthen our industries, and shape our future. Welcome to Indus Ras Expo 2026, powering Pakistan's autonomous future.
May I now invite the Honorable Chief Guest of today's program, the Honorable Prime Minister, Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Mr. Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif, to kindly come and address this august gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Honorable Prime Minister, Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Mr. Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Chief of Defense Forces and Chief of Army Staff, Field Marshal Sayyid Asim Munir, fellow ministers, students, innovators, researchers, entrepreneurs, leading businessmen of Pakistan, and my fellow Pakistanis, Assalamu alaikum. It's a matter of great pleasure and happiness to join you today at the inaugural Indus Robotics and Autonomous System Expo 2026, a landmark initiative that reflects Pakistan's determination to become a leading player in the technologies that will define the 21st century. And I commend Ministry of Information Technology and all stakeholders, relevant entities, for their wonderful efforts in convening this assembly of academia, industry, startups, and policymakers to accelerate robotics, autonomous systems, and drone innovation in Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, early this year, Pakistan hosted the Indus AI Summit, bringing together governments, technology leaders, researchers, and entrepreneurs to shape Pakistan's journey in the age of artificial intelligence. Today, the Indus Ras Expo gives that vision its tangible form, demonstrating how innovation can be translated into viable solutions that strengthen our economy, enhance our security, and improve the lives of our people. Distinguished delegates, when I was growing, the most exciting technological arrival was a black and white television, and families would gather around it to watch Pakistan television's timeless classics such as Uche Burj Lahore De back in 1965. And I'm sure many of you sitting here would refresh their good old memories. But today, technology has taken flight quite literally. We stand at an extraordinary moment in history where machines no longer merely calculate, they can perceive, decide, and act swiftly. What once belonged to the realm of imagination has become part of our everyday reality. For generations, our farmers worked at the mercy of nature. They faced water scarcity, rising input costs, fragmented land holdings, and a climate that no longer keep its old promises. Today, an intelligent machine flying low over a wheat field has the potential to solve these complex challenges. It detects crop stress early. It determines with incredible precision exactly where water, fertilizer, pesticides are needed. When crisis hits, the same technology provides access and helps save lives where roads and bridges are completely washed away. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to state that Pakistan has made remarkable progress in developing indigenous autonomous capabilities in the field of defense and security. Under the dynamic leadership of Field Marshal Sayyid Asim Munir, our armed forces have adopted the cutting-edge technologies, some of which I just witnessed on display outside this hall. Remarkable achievement. I have seen simulators 100% manufactured and assembled in Pakistan. Drones have already achieved more than 60% indigenization, and many other very important machines have been manufactured. I think I'd like to request all of you to give a big hand to all those experts, professionals, and technocrats who've done this remarkable achievement for our beloved Pakistan. And last year, during the historic Mark-e-Haq, the entire world witnessed how our valiant armed forces resolutely guarded our physical and cyber frontiers through the highly effective use of advanced autonomous systems. Led by Field Marshal Sayyid Asim Munir and ably supported by Air Chief Marshal Zahir Ahmed Babar and Admiral Naveed Ashraf, our brave armed forces proved beyond any ray of doubt that Pakistan possesses not only the iron resolve to safeguard its sovereignty, but also the indigenous capability, technological prowess, and operational excellence required to employ advanced autonomous technologies in defense of our motherland. These remarkable military advancements are an integral part of our national defense. They will further strengthen our security architecture, make our defense more impregnable, and enhance our resilience against emerging and future threats. Honorable guests, the Indus Ras exhibition has unveiled the future of Pakistan, designed, built, and powered by Pakistani and great Pakistanis. Let our universities, research and development centers, startups, industries, and farmers become part of one national innovation ecosystem, ensuring that the knowledge behind these technologies is indigenous, owned, and continuously advanced in Pakistan. Dear guests, as we embrace this technological revolution, we must also ensure that no one is left behind. The robotics and autonomous system revolution must not remain the privilege of a few advanced economies, large corporations, or major cities. It must become a force for inclusive growth, improving the lives of farmers, small businesses, women entrepreneurs, young innovators, and underdeserved communities across Pakistan and the global south. As these technologies become more powerful, our responsibility also grows simultaneously. We must establish clear regulatory and ethical frameworks to ensure autonomous systems are safe, secure, transparent, and always used for the benefit of mankind. Ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, I am delighted to announce two landmark initiatives that will shape the future of robotics and autonomous systems in our country. First, we are launching the Spark and Elevate program to transform Pakistan's research into world-class technologies, globally competitive enterprises, and high productive jobs. Second, we are establishing the Pakistan Venture Fund with an initial commitment of $20 million to catalyze investment in our technology ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, the future of robots and autonomous machines that Pakistan seeks is not merely a story of technology. It is the story of a nation of 250 million resilient people determined to reimagine, to compete, and to build a better future for our generations to come. In fact, it is the story of our very young, bright people whose cherished dreams are ignited by the spark of curiosity, whose talent knows no bounds, and whose ingenuity will shape our motherland, Pakistan, for a wonderful future. Today, Pakistan stands at the cusp of a historic opportunity, one we cannot and shall not miss, inshallah. Pakistan will not be a nation that merely inherits the choices made by others. We will shape our own destiny through innovation, enterprise, self-reliance, and untiring efforts, God willing. Let us resolve today, ladies and gentlemen, that through untiring efforts, sweat and blood, and determination, we shall build a brighter, stronger, and a prosperous Pakistan for generations to come, and our posterity, inshallah, will be proud of all of you. God bless Pakistan, Pakistan Zindabad.
आपको अपडेट करें कि इस्लामाबाद में इंडस रोबोटिक्स एंड ऑटोनोमस सिस्टम्स एक्सपो की तकरीब जारी है, जिसमें वज़ीर-ए-आज़म शहबाज शरीफ, फील्ड मार्शल सैयद आसिम मुनीर भी शरीक हैं। तकरीब से खिताब करते हुए वज़ीर-ए-आज़म ने कहा कि रोबोटिक्स और ड्रोन्स की जिद्दत से मुशत मजबूत, सलामती बेहतर और आवाम की ज़िंदगी आसान होगी। उन्होंने कहा कि उनके बचपन में टेक्नोलॉजी की जिद्दत ब्लैक एंड वाइट टेलीविज़न की आमद थी, जबकि आज इंडस रोबोटिक्स एंड ऑटोनोमस सिस्टम्स एक्सपो बाइस मुसर्रत है। वज़ीर-ए-आज़म ने कहा कि ऐसे नुमाया इक़दामात पाकिस्तान को तेजी से टेक्नोलॉजी में सफ़े अव्वल का मुल्क बनाएंगे। आगे बढ़ते हुए आपको बताएं कि वज़ीर आला पंजाब मरियम नवाज शरीफ की हिदायत पर 15 क्लिनिक ऑन व्हील्स आज़ाद कश्मीर रवाना कर दिए गए हैं। ख्वाजा इमरान नज़ीर ने क्लिनिक ऑन व्हील्स मां ज़रूरी अद्वियात आज़ाद कश्मीर के लिए रवाना किए हैं। सूबाई वज़ीर सेहत ख्वाजा इमरान नज़ीर ने कहा कि मरियम नवाज शरीफ की क़यादत में तिब्बी सहूलियात पंजाब की हदूद से बाहर भी दीगर इलाकों तक पहुँचाई जा रही हैं। मरियम नवाज सिर्फ पंजाब ही नहीं बल्कि कश्मीर और पूरे पाकिस्तान की लीडर हैं। मुल्क भर की अवाम की जानिब से क्लिनिक ऑन व्हील से मुस्तफ़ीद होने की ख्वाहिश का इजहार किया जा रहा था। मरियम नवाज की हिदायत थी कि क्लिनिक ऑन व्हील्स मंसूबे के समरात दीगर मंसूबों तक भी पहुँचाए जाएँ। वज़ीर आला पंजाब मरियम नवाज शरीफ के इक़दामात की बदौलत पंजाब के शदीद बारिश से मुतासर इलाकों में रिकॉर्ड मुद्दत में निकासियाब 41 अजला में वासा के क़याम, 1000 से ज़ायद मशीनरी अमले की मौजूदगी से हफ्तों की बजाय घंटों में बारिशी पानी साफ कर दिया गया। ज़िला गुजरात में 3 घंटों में मानसून की शदीद बारिशों से जमा पानी का निकास मुकम्मल कर लिया गया है। शहरियों की जानिब से वज़ीर आला पंजाब मरियम नवाज शरीफ को ज़बरदस्त खराज तहसीन पेश किया गया। PTI में पंजाब ने मानसून फ्लड की सूरत हाल बारे फैक्ट शीट जारी कर दी है। तर्जुमान के मुताबिक वज़ीर आला मरियम नवाज की हिदायत पर मानसून बारिशों के पेश नज़र पंजाब के तमाम मुतल्लिक़ा शहरों की सिटी कैमरों से निगरानी जारी है। रवां साल मानसून बारिशों में हादसात के बायस 17 शहरी जाँ बहक और 107 जख्मी हुए हैं। न्यूज़ स्टूडियो से फिल वक्त इतना ही। मज़ीद खबरों और अपडेट्स के लिए देखते रहिए TV टुडे न्यूज़।
TV टुडे खबर सबसे